Hello guys, this is Rio. Happy 9th anniversary for the Fate Grand Order game. Even though it's not yet the official anniversary, but at least 9 years ago, which unfortunately I didn't play that long, has been giving away. Sorry, not has been giving away. Was released, and that was when all of us, when we went to play the English version, started Fuyuki, the other singularities, and etc. You get the rest. And look at here, the FGO Expo Fate Grand Order 2026 9th anniversary pre-release countdown login bonus. Of course, there's the dates with June 25 till June 30 and July 1st till July 3rd. So I have to try and claim these. If you guys never have a broken login streak, try to log in as much as you can so you can get EXP, QP, and some Stargazer teapots. Oh yes, also the Leyline Stone. I have already logged in for 15 days to get these apples from the Dancing Dragonets. And here we go! App release anniversary limited login bonus. Get 30 sync quartz the first time you log in during the login bonus period. Wow, the image is very different from the Japanese version. So I guess JPay and NA are really different. Plus, the JPay never actually give this much. So thank you. You got 30 sync quartz. 30 sync quartz. Please claim the reward from your present box. And yes, I did. Here it is. Now, I'm not just gonna end this video for nothing just because I claimed them. So I want to try and finish the Mahoutsuka Yoru cutscene. So that I can, pull the curtains and end this. So let's just see what Section 7 has to offer. How many arrows is it? Probably battle? Yes, especially if I did upload and you guys saw that I may have should have recorded this, then with that battle it makes sense. You know, that shiny star thing, like almost like a giant wormhole, only it's a shining star and it's colorful. Okay, Section 7. A star becomes a wish. Well, people do say make a wish when a shooting star is falling at night. But this, Alright, where were we? We shifted back to 1999 when we were in 2001. Again with this, damn. Fill the machine with many wishes. Gather many stars. One turn of the handle and a wishing star candy will pop out. Yeah, I'm not trusting this gumball machine or a shiny star device. If it is the same as your dearest wish, the one you hold deep in your heart, if such a miracle were to take place, then that wish must surely be the #1 wish in the world. The witch named her toy with that concept in mind. Ploy Kickshaw, Wishing Star Box. Or only one, #1 shining star. Shiny star. A tool for granting only one, your #1 wish. Huh? Who turned off the lights? It wasn't until later that the witch admitted it was a failure. There is no such thing as the only one, the #1 wish in the world. What? It's a fraud, a fake, a failure. There are countless earnest, precious wishes in this world. There's simply no way that anyone that any one person's wish could be number one. Not to mention, it's impossible to rank wishes in the first place. So, really, the whole concept fell apart the moment the stars shining in the sky were likened to wishes. Hello, human. I'm the fairy tale that took up residence on this mountain. I never had a name before. Okay, so what am I supposed to call you who narrates this? But now you can call me only one, number one shiny star. Please tell me your wish so I may grant it. Tell me your number one wish. A wish that's the only one of its kind in the whole world and one you can never take back. Ah, it's just like that, dungeon thing where Jake and Finn, who actually wanted that psychic tandem war elephant, and the other hot dog knights just wish for something stupid. And remember, there are no do-overs. With only one wish granted. It can be a wish you just thought of now, or one you've been keeping secret for a long time. Oh no, why Kinomi? Come on, really? You fool! Fine. Dreaming man. At least I know who this guy is from the silhouette, so...
Okay. Well, wishes are usually something you think of on the spot. I could be rich, or popular, or a ladies' man. But no, those don't seem right. Sure, I'd like those things, but they're not important. One time, I did a fasting bit for a variety show. One time, I did a fasting bit for a variety show that became a huge hit. My pay went up, and I got to move into a real nice apartment. But then, I had to do some bit over and over. And I was like, if this is the success train, I want to get off, you know? So like, I wouldn't know what to do with my money if I was rich. Being popular would make other people hate me. And even if I was a ladies' man, I wouldn't be able to make... Even if I was a ladies' man, I wouldn't be able to really make them happy. So I don't think any of those wishes are my number one.
I see. Please, tell me your wish, so I may grant it.
Man, you don't back down, do you? I like that. Alright, if you want my number one wish, I think it'd be... Just once, I'd like... blank, 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 to have the blank, 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 in the blank, blank, blank.
So that's your wish? But I don't understand the blank, blank, blank. To have a blank, blank, blank in the blank, blank. What? What is your wish, Kinomi?
Who am I kidding? There's probably a ton of other people with that wish, so that's not gonna work either.
Congratulations. My search has not found any identical results. It seems that wish is the only one of its kind in the world.
Huh?
Your wish will be granted. I promise I will make it the number one wish. It's easy to make only one thing the number one thing. I've learned a lot from humans over the past 500 years. My name is only one, number one shiny star. I will become a shining star and grant your wish. Okay, now this is the cutscene that scares me. What on earth? Are these really the Kumano hot springs? Those shooting stars are beautiful, but... Alice? Are you amazed that such a thing happened in 1999? I mean, since we already shifted from the present to the past. I can't believe it. How could it have interpreted the wish so violently? There's enough magical energy in the air to rival the age of gods. Humans cannot operate in this environment. My master should be okay thanks to his mystic code's life preservation system, but Tsukiji-san and Hosuke-san will be... Okay? Yes, they're all right. There may not be oxygen, water, or sunlight here, but there doesn't need to be. We're in a fairy tale world now. As long as you don't push yourselves too hard, regular humans can still operate here. Keep your actions to a bare minimum. If you get injured, it'll be over for you. You don't gotta tell me twice not to be a hero. We're here just to offer advice. Or maybe cheerleaders. Yeah, sure. With Yugi's friends. Try and imagine Joey Wheeler, who is a duelist, just not dueling much even in the final duel between Yugi and his alter ego, Pharaoh, Atom. And even Tristan, who's always staying on the sidelines as a support character. And even Taya, who rarely duels. You get the idea. Stopping Shiny Star is your job. Kinomi and I'll just stay here and... Kinomi?
No way! This is a disaster! Never mind losing the inn. This could destroy all of Japan. For that matter, how the hell did that wish lead to this?
Kinomi, I'm pretty sure everyone at the inn managed to evacuate. When Shiny Star activated, Komano-in Yoshisuke must have sensed the danger. Or rather, panicked when he couldn't find a way to stop it and hurried everyone down the mountain.
Really? Am I actually that competent?
Of course you are. There's no one better than you at getting as far away from danger as possible. How many times have you tried to minimize the damage for something so you wouldn't get into much trouble?
Oh yeah, you're right. Way to go, 1999 me. So, now what? And also, what are those lights swirling around up there?
Those are earthbound stars, as opposed to stars in outer space. They're lights Shiny Star itself called here. When those stars are no longer visible, that's when Shiny Star will become complete. What? It'll be a ploy kickshaw even more powerful than the one... It'll be a ploy kickshaw even more powerful than the Mindster's three miracles, like the flat shark or the Thames troll. Are you serious? You're not just trying to scare us. So it'll be even stronger than the Wonder Snatch? We can't let that happen. True, but we still have some time. How does this sight compare to the one you saw, Aoko-san? The magical energy wind in Aoko once's footage was stronger than this. She couldn't even get within 50 meters of it. Then we know it's been detuned. Detuned? Really? Enough that we can at least get closer to it now. Tsukiji, Kinomi, you two stay here. The wind looks like it's blowing from the center of the crater. Is Is everyone ready to fight? Then let's go. Don't hold anything back. The moment it's in range, destroy it with everything you've got. Oh, so this is the battle. Okay. Ooh. Is that shiny star? Huh? Sheba, stop observing. What in the world is happening around that star? Ozaki, it's nothing. Come on, let's go get it. Summon your servants, Gregorio. We've had lots of time to prepare, and we've got plenty of firepower on our side. Failure is not an option. Don't worry about the nearby lights. They're harmless. Just focus on attacking the star. Don't get discouraged, even if weird things start happening. Alright, we'll be careful. And that's where we probably fight it, and it's already been defeated. Whew, I thought I might have used my command spell to try and continue. I mean, I still don't have any powerful servants, let alone I did have Arthur Dragon Lancer, Heracles, and NPC Awasaki. Why can't we actually do anything when we get near that star? I feared the worst when I saw that Sheba had stopped observing this vicinity, and it looks like I was right. Space-time no longer has any meaning near a shiny star. There's no past, no future, no success, no failure. Everything is simply listed as recorded, no change, as if the recorded universe itself is rejecting it. At least we're all okay, right? But this kind of phenomenon manipulation would require a spirit origin on par with a real star. Where could shiny star possibly be getting that much magical energy? There, it's absorbing the magical energy from the other star in the sky. Those are wishes. Shiny star is drawing in wishes from people all around the world. Isn't that right, Alice? To make the one-of-a-kind wish into the number one, the shiny star resorted to the worst possible means. Usually it would be impossible to make one small wish, the number one wish on this planet. But if all the other wishes were to go away, if the one small wish was the only wish left in the world, it would become number one by default. That's what all those shiny shooting stars are. The shiny star is gathering up every other wish from all of humankind, rejecting them as not number one and turning them into stardust. What? What the hell? I want to read those, but dang, those numbers are... Damn it. That really is an awful way to do it. So then, the world isn't going to end because that magical energy wind destroys everything. It's going to end because humankind will die off once their wishes are all gone. Looks that way. Of course, I had the same thought, that I had to do whatever it took to stop it. But it didn't make any difference. Even though it's been detuned, we still can't get through it. Whether it's with fists or words. Damn it, I made the wrong call. Just stopping it from granting wishes wasn't enough. It's not like you to be so faint-hearted, Aoko-san. You sound as if you really did come from a future where one person's wish ruined the whole world. Yes, a ploy kickshaw deploying its rule is invincible, but that's only because it's following its own rules. Shiny Star activated on a wish that was the only one of its kind in the world. That's the core powering this messed up fairy tale world. But if that core goes away, the wishing star box will go back to being another third-rate ploy. So you need to find a way to deny the condition enabling it to operate. It doesn't matter what that way is. So like, you want Kinomi to take back his wish? You mean that's all we had to do? The only problem is neither you or I can move from here, or we won't be able to keep that magical energy when contained. Tobimaru and Kinomi would be vaporized instantly. Then it's a good thing we have them here. Suzuki, Gregorio, go talk to Kinomi. I'll cover you as best as I can, Mashu. Mashu-san. Can you stay here and keep the magical energy wind at bay? Of course. Leave it to me. Wait, you can use your ploy kick Shaw here? Yes, as long as they're more valuable than the shiny star. It looks like I have just one ace that fits that bill. I'm going to send out the Wonder Snatch. The mist won't last long in the storm, but it'll still have my folklore defense. That should slow down the shiny stars' growth, but it won't last long. So you'll need to settle this before I completely turn to mist. You and Mush are gonna hold the line here. Got it. Then I'll go get Kinomi to take back his wish, even if I have to force it out of him. I can't believe you, Aoko-san. Don't you see? If you try that, it'll really be game over. Huh? Why's that? Even if you could force someone to rescind a heartfelt wish, it would just be empty words. Nothing's going to change with Shiny Star unless and until Kinomi resigns his wish and means it. Not recants, okay, resigned. Now do you understand? You stay here and remain on offense. Shiny Star's sure to take notice once Gregorio gets close to Kinomi. So you're going to need to stay here and fight it one-on-one to make sure it doesn't. You'll be risking your life to act as a decoy, but you've already died lots of times here. So what's one more? The magical energy wind is getting even stronger. Master! Got it. I'll find some way to get through to him. Come on, Sojuro. Phew, you really saved my life there. Of course, I'm going to make sure you're safe. Anyway, I actually want to talk to you about something. I think I got over half of what Aozaki and Kuonji were talking about. I understand that we need to stop the shiny star, or the whole Earth will be in trouble. I also get that it might not be so easy because Kinomi is being surprisingly stubborn and refusing to help. So I was thinking, if this new plan just doesn't work, let's go back to the old one. You mean the plan to destroy the shiny star in 2001? But you... Yeah, that one. You said you're originally from 2019, right? So once your work is all done, I'd like you to promise me you'll visit the Kuonji estate at least once a year in my absence. Sojuro, don't tell anyone else, okay? Anyway, let's just focus on convincing Kinomi to help us. So please, Kinomi, tell us what you wish for.
No way!
What are you sulking about, especially at your age? Don't you get that the whole world's going to end unless you tell us?
I'm not saying.
Kinomi, I promise we won't laugh, no matter what kind of wish it is.
I'm still not sane. Besides, look around. There's no way I could be responsible for this kind of disaster. Sure, I get the feeling I talked to one in a dream once, but how could that possibly lead to this? I'm just a regular, handsome innkeeper who used to be a comedian and just wants to enjoy every day. Alice and the press will figure something out. We can just hide out here and cheer them on.
I don't want to have to do this, but... No, I don't think the Antarctica is the one. My wish is to open a bakery with the person I love. That's probably Fujimaru's wish, not me. Oh, I see. That's a great goal. I appreciate you telling us... sorry. It's the voice I need to...
Oh, I see. And that's a great goal. I appreciate you telling us that, even though it made you blush. But that wish has nothing to do with mine. I didn't wish for anything nearly so admirable. I'm just plain old Kinomi Hosuke. Just carry me to a graveyard and bury me with the rest of the planet.
Alright, you leave me with no choice. I'll just have to break an arm or two until you fessed up. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ow. Really hurt. No, Aozaki already thought of that, and apparently it won't work. It's okay. I thought this might happen, seeing how it's Kinomi and all. We'll just have to do this a different way. Gregorio, you can still reach Aozaki, right? Ask her to go back to 2001 and destroy the wishing star box there. Then this'll all be over.
So,
I can't take this anymore. You got me so distracted, I let that explosion hit me. Oh, that face. Oh, Kinomi, you're in so much trouble now. Nobody's gonna make fun of your wish, you idiot. We're not gonna reject it or even scold you for it. If this wish is that important to you, we just want to know what it is because we're friends. Now hurry up and tell us already. What did you wish for?
I just...
Come on, the blank, blank, blank. It has to be visible unless I'm gonna... Well, Fujimaru, and not really me, that's not my wish, said he wants to open a bakery store with the person I love. I'm not going with option number 2. Nope.
I just wanted her to become number 1. That's all there was to it.
Her to become number 1. Who? Who do you want to become number 1? Who is it? What? We're going in the past? This is probably Kinomi's flashback, so if there is a young man, yeah, this is probably him narrating himself, so...
I'd spent 2 years running my own variety show on my hometown's local network, and another 2 working in Tokyo after I'd made enough of a name for myself. As a comedian, I was a reliable source of ratings. Of course, it helped that it was my dream job, but I was also lucky that a big agency took me under its wing, and that my show on the local network managed to become weirdly popular. My older colleagues didn't care for me, but so what? I'm used to being looked down and underestimated. Besides, it's true that I'm a soft touch. I'm too easy on myself. I hate adversity, and I cry at the drop of a hat. I figured I could never match up to anyone who put in real effort, or rather, it would be unthinkable if I did. All I ever wanted was to enjoy myself.
Robin? Great. It had to be AD temporary.
Man, I'd love how easygoing your segments are, Yoshisuke. Nobody's on edge. And even the guests who hate each other are behaving. I became an AD because I always wanted to be in showbiz. But I started having second thoughts when I found out how it dashes hopes and dreams. But your improvised live segments were always flying by the seat of our pants, are exactly the kind of thing I always dream of doing. The only part about working with you that kind of sucks is how bad the catered lunches are.
Catered lunches? Seriously?
My appeal was that I never took anything seriously. I could make anything at least kind of fun. So I can't blame other people for looking at me and thinking I was an irresponsible slacker. From their perspective, I was way more popular than I deserved, made a good living off of it, and I still only ever ate convenience store food. I was all ready to accept that I'd just let the wind take my life whenever it wanted until people got bored of me.
What the? A live show?
The first time I saw her was pure coincidence. She just happened to be performing on a tiny stage in a department store where I was doing my shopping. Her name was Mizu.
Wait.
Her name was Mizushima Masago, which didn't exactly roll off the tongue. Her looks, singing, and dancing were all okay at best. And yet, there was just something about her that drew me in. Maybe it's because I was feeling stuck myself. Watching her made me want to do something to help, not as Komanoin Yoshisuke, but as Kinomin Hosuke.
See, it's better if I actually narrate as Kinomi rather than going with this tone, like Snake, haha. Or as Akira from The Simpsons. I forgot his tone was like that too.
As I watched her perform, I realized something else about her. She had no stamina at all. She physically didn't have what it took to be an idol. I'm no swan myself, but I've been in showbiz long enough to know that the brighter a world shines, the harder, lonelier, and emptier it is behind the scenes. Still, I cheered her on, and I supported her as best as I could. But without any connections to the idol industry, she never caught the eye of anyone who could help her break out. One day, our paths happened to cross when we were both booked to perform at an amusement park show. She said she'd never been to an amusement park before, so I suggested we ride the Ferris wheel during our break.
Wait. Ah, crap. So I have to go back with that tone. Don't worry. Nobody's going to care if you're seen with me. I'm the industry's laughing stock. Whatever happens, they'll just write me off as a joke and that'll be that. When you get right down to it, I'm just a dumb comedian. As long as people laugh at me, my job is done.
I've never laughed at your banter, Yoshisuke-san.
Damn, really? Man, having a cute girl telling you you're not funny right to your face really hurts.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I mean that your banter always cheers me up. You're not trying to make people laugh. Most comedians seem like they just want to make people laugh and that's all. But not you. It's more like you'd rather the world be... It's more like you'd rather the world be one where you can laugh. That's why you work so hard to get to where you are now. It's not that you're fine with being laughed at. You just care more about being able to laugh yourself.
What makes you think that?
I guess because I'm the same way. I'm not actually that confident in myself. If I'm being honest, I think this whole idol business is messed up. But I love having other people hearing my voice. That's what helps me keep going with my singing and dancing, even though I'm not that good at either of them. Whenever you're an idol or a comedian, it's hard being in showbiz, isn't it? It might look like fun, but pretending to have fun when you're not, well, that's just really sad, don't you think? That was the first and last time we spoke. It was also when I stopped personally supporting her. I didn't feel like I was worthy to support someone like her. And I also didn't want to let anything slip if we ever met on set again. I was sure she would succeed eventually, I really was, but it never happened.
Huh? Why is the script been rewritten? Did something happen today? Oh, it's the 80. Okay, so now I'm not gonna go sound weird, so I'm just gonna sound neutral normal. You know, wait, what was the casual? Yeah, casual voice. Oh, you haven't heard yet, Yoshisuke-san. There was a girl who collapsed on stage and died in a hospital. What? Oh no, not her! No, not her name. Yes, Masago, but no, her name. Not Mizushima Masago, no! What happened to her? Collapsed on stage and died in the hospital? What was her name again? Mizushima something. They say she'd always been kind of sickly. Ah, that's really sad.
That was when I learned that Masako had weak kidneys and had to do dialysis several times a week since she was little. They said she died from exhaustion, but it wasn't long before I heard all kinds of nasty stories about her I would have just as soon remained ignorant of. But never mind them, they're not worth telling. Once she was gone, all Masako left behind was 3 singles and a few recordings of her concerts taken with cheap cameras. I got so fed up with the whole thing that I left showbiz and went off the grid for a while until I ended up at the Kamano Inn and hit it off with the previous owner.
Wow, that's sad, really.
I enjoyed working at the inn more than I thought. Sometimes we'd even get guests I never expected to see.
That's her? That's Mizushima Masago? Aww. It's sad that you can't see her eyes. But I can't imagine what would this be like in the JPay, because if the autograph is in, Japanese, then yeah, I would understand. But this is in English. Look, Masago Mizushima.
As an employee, I was allowed to customize the inn however I liked. I could put up all the posters I wanted, and no one ever complained.
Did I ever notice these posters? No, I haven't. I was such a fool. I could have just looked at the... I'll try and look on my free time, not actually while recording now.
Then one day, one spoke to me, said to tell him my wish so he could grant it. I didn't know if I was dreaming or awake, and I didn't care. Once he said that, all the feelings I kept bottled up came pouring out. So I told Wanwan exactly what I've been wishing for. I didn't ask for anything impossible, like bringing her back to life. I just wanted her to be...
Oh, so that's the wish. Yeah, not like bringing her back to life. That's really going to be really...
I just wanted her to be the top idol in the world at least once. Hell, lots of times if I'm being honest. And I still want that. Even now, I sometimes dream of her taking first place on the charts and in competitions. But that's a super common dream. There was no way it could be the only one of its kind, like Wawan said it had to be. So I figured Wawan would just sigh in disappointment and go away, but instead...
Congratulations, it seems that that wish is the only one of its kind in the world.
What? Are you kidding me? The only one of its kind in the whole damn world? I'm the only one? Not a single other person still remembers her songs? She was so lonely, but she still worked so hard, and she made some beautiful music. But you're telling me not a single damn person in the world wanted to see her succeed?
Dang, that's like... My God! I saw this video on YouTube, real life by the way, and there was this idol trying her best to debut. No one saw her! She performed on an empty stage, but there was only one fan who showed up on her live concert. That's sad, really. And now, no one really remembers her, or... Sheesh. Comparing to Oshinoko, this is a slap on the face.
You're wrong. That can't be true. No way in hell. Tell me it ain't true. So there you go. That's what I wished for. Now do you get it? Even if the world really is in danger, there's nothing I can do. I can't lie and say I was just kidding and ask to take that wish back now. Even now, I still want to see her be number one.
Now I see. You weren't claiming up out of self-preservation. You did it because you were angry. Kinomi, your wish, your anger, I couldn't reject it even if I wanted to. Yeah, this is about how you feel. Nobody can deny how people feel about these kinds of things. Deliberating denied. Deliberating denied. Deliberating denied. Deliberating denied. This wish is still the only one of its kind. This is still the number one wish. Just once, I'd like Mitsushima Masago to have the most popular song in the world. This wish was not made out of self-interest. This wish was not made for calculated purposes. This wish was not made to satisfy a desire. This wish is absurd. This wish is interesting. This wish is beautiful. By granting it, I am being fair and impartial. Woo! I'm getting goosebumps from this music! Even though I turned it down a little so that it wouldn't actually make it too loud so that my voice can be heard. Hold on. It's still going even when I didn't actually pause it for a moment. I've got goosebumps from hearing it. Woo! Is she finally going to do it? Is Aoko gonna destroy this with, you know, transforming just like the one in the Mahou Tsukai no Yoru novel story? Even though it's on YouTube 2 years ago when I first saw how she transformed for the first time. Gregorio, never mind what I said before. We're going to destroy that thing here and now. I want to, but how are we going to bring that star down to Earth? Yeah, I hate to admit it, but Shiny Stars' logic is flawless. Not even Kinami can deny what he wished for. At this point, our only hope is to Well, of course. You can't take back a wish made from the heart. Shiny Star's dead right about that. Knowing you were the only person in the world to wish for that idol's success, no wonder you were too upset to tell us. You did nothing wrong, Kino. I'm sorry I said you were sulky.
Huh? What's this about, Your Highness?
Just shut up for a moment. I'm about to close this case nice and neatly. It said this wish is still the only one of its kind. That it's still the number one wish. What a con job. That's not your wish anymore, Kinomi. It's own. Hey, Shiny Star! Seems to me like you're just trying to raise your own rep by making this wish out to be more valuable than it really is. Fine then. I'll play along with your game. If you care about the rules that much, then listen up. You said Kinomi's wish was the only one, that nobody else wanted to see her succeed. Well, you're dead wrong. Woo! What? What? There's no way that wish is one of a kind, because I wish for it too, bastard! What? What? Are you freaking kidding me? You say Kinomi's wish was the only one, that nobody else wanted to see her succeed. Well, you're dead wrong. There is no way that wish is one of a kind, because I wish for it too, bastard! Yes! It's slowing down! Yes, it's slowing down! Good. Testimony. Verifying. Considering. Priority. Top priority.
No way! You know about Masago too, Your Highness?
Of course I do. How do you think I tracked you down all the way out here? It's because I had something for you here. This is yours. This is just one part of the whole pack. What? What are those?
Wait, is that my handwriting? What are you doing with those, Your Highness? You're creeping me out.
What? Is your memory even worse than Robins's? Those are fan letters you wrote, you idiot. Back when you were cheering her on, you used to write her long, handwritten letters every time she got a gig. You'd tell her what she did well, what she did great, what she could stand to improve. Honestly, I'm amazed you could write the same damn thing so many times. I got a headache just reading through them.
You read my personal mail? What are you, a paparazzo?
I had to, as part of my job, dumbass. I needed something to track you down, and these were my only lead. The only reason I have them is because my client lent them to me. They said your letters were their late daughter's most prized possession. What? Wait. Hold on. I had to as part of my job, dumbass. I need something to track you down, and these were my only lead. The only reason I have them is because my client lent them to me. They said your letters were their late daughter's most prized possession. Oh, that's so sad. That's really heartbreaking when you know that the idol Mizushima had parents and they're wow. Ooh, mush blushing. Masago knew she didn't have a long life ahead of her, but she still wanted to spend it doing what she wanted. I'm sure being an aspiring idol was hard for her in lots of ways, But for the last 2 years of her life, she was genuinely happy. Her parents told me these fan letters he wrote inspired her to keep going. Like I said, they were her most prized possession. Her parents started looking for a detective so they could return the letters to the guy who sent them. Eventually, they found out I used to know him back in high school, and that's how I got the case. Unfortunately, there were almost no leads to go on. All they had were the letters, and videos of some of their daughters' gigs. I figured knowing what kind of singer I figured knowing what kind of singer she was could help. So I watched them over and over, and well, her songs weren't exactly my taste, but everything else about them was really good. I don't know the first thing about singing, but seeing her effort, her emotion, and the joy she got from performing, even I could tell how brightly she shone on stage. Shine, why shone? Never mind. I didn't think it was possible to become genuinely fond of someone you didn't know before. But Mizushima Masako was the real deal. She made me a fan, and I earned the cold shoulders. From my wife. Now go on, stand up and take these. There's nothing sad about this, at least, right?
Oh, I see. So you're just riding the bandwagon, huh? I was her fan before you even heard her name.
Yay! And now she's happy too! You did it, Tsukichi-san. Look how happy Kinami is. He really did. There's no way Shiny Star could have seen this coming. Not recognized. Error. Impossible. That testimony cannot be real. My aggregation was perfect. Yeah, maybe back in 1997 when you started gathering wishes. But I hadn't gotten the request to find Kinami back then. That didn't happen until 4 years later in 2001. So I didn't learn about Mizushima Masako until after you collected your data. No fair? I know how you must feel. You can blame Aozaki for cheating if you want. But first, it's time to get to work, Shiny Star. You say you're fair and impartial? Prove it! Try gathering your data again! Deliberating. Testimony unknown. Evidence unknown. Verifying. No result found. Result. Evidence validated. Verification approved. Deliberation impossible. Oh, it's malfunctioning! Result found. Hey, stop! Yes! Shiny Stars' world is shutting down. Hurry, everyone. Now's our chance to destroy it. You mean this is the one battle that we've been waiting for ages? Yes! We'll be right there. Come on, Senpai. Sojiro-san. You'll have to let me read those letters later.
Just go save the world already. I need it to live, you know.
No promise. Ah, youth. Look at them running off so happy. Like they've already won. Still, it's only right us old hands show them how it's done, seeing as we were the star players for this case. This wish might have been number 1, but it definitely wasn't the only one of its kind. This is what showing your true colors look like. Do it, Aozaki! Breaking toys is still what you're best at, right? You know it. I have some thoughts about your choice of words, but I'll gladly take it from here. This is it, Shiny Star. In the end, you were just a broken toy. wishing well that never got what it really means to be number one. Collecting lots of wishes and stars isn't necessarily a bad thing by itself. But sacrificing other wishes is just a selfish desire, not a wish. Unfortunately for you, I think I've died more than enough times. This time, it's your turn. And that's the battle. That's the one where we have to break its health bar and destroy it for good. Or at least until its health bar is already depleted to 1. Yeah, we did it! We destroy it! The wishes were shattered. Perhaps they would have come true if they'd been left alone. Some wishes dreamed hazily that good things might happen in the future. Some wishes dream of the past, where it was now too late to do anything. But right now, in the present, everything is wrapping up perfectly. Maybe we could have seen real magic remaking the world in exchange for all the wishes in it. But okay, so where were we? The man who dreamed. He's probably keen on me from that silhouette.
Ending like this doesn't quite seem right. Wishes aren't the only thing you can't take back. My number one wish wasn't anything special, and stars aren't supposed to burst. They're supposed to orbit.
The bright, starry sky peered down as the other stars scattered across it. Despite the sad sight, the man looked up at it with a proud expression on his face.
That's it. That's how stars ought to be. It's like you can see them when you're awake, and they provide light when you're asleep. Nothing else twinkles like them. They're fun to look at, but there's also something lonesome about them.
As the man murmured those words like poetry, the collapse of 1999 was undone. Huh? Oi, 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 what's going on? What's going on? That was the side of the Kumano Inn and it turned into that? I'm surprised. Oh. Oh, so I can proceed with the epilogue, or should I say section 8. In the end, a star becomes a wish. Yes, please. Section 8. In the end, a star becomes a wish. I mean, with fighting against that giant wormhole that's actually a star, and then with section 8 is just the story, there's no more fights. Ah, finally, it's back to normal. No more anomaly of 1999. Or anomaly in the 2001 from 1999. Are you all ready to go? Everyone have everything? Good. Because in about 30 minutes, this singularity will disappear and it'll be back to the regular Kumano Hot Springs. When that happens, Gregorio, Mashu, Servant Sojiro, and I will all return to our respective time periods. Anyone who was already here will stay here, although their memories of the singularity will be a little fuzzy. Anyone who was already here, huh? Okay. Who was already here will stay here. Yes, we know. We finished cleaning our room, so we're ready to leave at any time. These last 6 days have been fun, Kumanoin. Oh, you're still wearing that disguise. I mean, look at it this way. At least I don't have to go with the Lenny voice anymore. I'm glad to hear that. If you enjoy your stay here, I hope you'll come visit us again. You said you were both from 2019, yes? Then I'll do my best to keep the inn in business until then. What, in the past almost 20 years? I highly doubt that. Why are you wearing your disguise again? Oh, that face! Why are you wearing your disguise again? You look shadier than ever dressed like that. Ugh, the rubber sound.
Well, you know, since this is goodbye and all, I thought I'd make extra sure the newcomers remember me. Bye, Gregory and Masha. I'll have twice as many hot springs here when you visit in 18 years.
See? I told you, 18 years! Almost 20 years, if you ask me. Hang on. Am I going to disappear when the singularity does? No, I'm still not sure why, but you're registered as a heroic spirit in the throne now. So you'll be summoned independently from the original Sojiro, although that might only apply to Chaldea. Right, your servant self and your original self from this time are different people. Come to think of it, where did the original Sojiro go? Well, it would have been confusing having two of the same person in one place, right? Sorry, I'll fix that. Well, it would have been confusing having two of the same person in one place, right? So my guess is Aoko 1 spotted him walking around the inn and hurled him back to Tokyo. Oh, so that's why you went off with that scary look on your face on the first afternoon. Hey, I just wanted to stop by since it looks like this is it. Thanks for helping me out on that misty day. It ain't often you get to experience something like that. It sucks that I won't remember you guys, but at least you'll remember me, right? I can live with that. And hey, if someone you know ever buys some haunted property and gets cursed, give me a call. If you tell me you know my secret, I'll probably panic and give you a discount.
Hello, allow me to once again apologize for the trouble I caused you. Now that the ox god is gone, I no longer have any reason to stay on this mountain. But fortunately, Lord Sugitani has agreed to help me search for my master. It is good to have a goal. It sounds like your trip still has a long way to go. So please take care and let me know if you ever need my help.
You see, there's no way Cousin Koji would sound normal, but sound like a, robot that requires a wind-up key. If you, turn it around, like that. Spin it twice or maybe 3 times, and then, yeah, it spins and it talks. You really had us fooled, Kuonji. You know what was happening here the whole time. This isn't a mystery novel, where the least suspicious person is the culprit. Why didn't you speak up sooner? I didn't know about the connection between 1-1 and Shiny Star. Or rather, I didn't think there was one. I was planning to find Shiny Star on my own once we dealt with 1-1 and solved Aoko-san's serial murder mystery. So then, you didn't invite Aozaki to your room on the first night so you could cover up evidence? Instead, I just wanted to talk with her for the first time in a while. I've seen you and Suzuki a few times since we graduated, but I haven't heard from Aoko-san. Oh, that explains it. I thought... sorry. Oh, that explains it. I thought that was weird. The Alice I knew would never go in an outdoor bath with a girl she had only just met. Now I see you push yourself to keep us company because it had been so long since we'd seen each other. It wasn't that big a deal. Our time together was just so short. We've never had a chance to go on a trip together.
Thank you all again for all your help. Are you leaving already? The air surrounding this inn is so much lighter now. I'm sure it won't be long before it becomes popular again. What am I going to do now? Well, there aren't any evil spirits that need exorcising anymore, but Kumanoin-san begged me to stay here anyway. He said there would be debt collectors coming that are scarier than any evil spirit, so he was hoping I could twist them just a little to scare them away.
Please don't do that.
What a rascal that innkeeper is. So it looks like I'll be staying here for a while longer. I guess that makes me this inn's new guardian.
Looks like this is goodbye for me too. I've gotta make my regular check-in with the wife in the old building. Anything you want me to pass on to her, Aozaki? I know she'd love to hear from you. Tell her I'm doing well, and I hope you are too. Also, I'm officially calling our CDs versus cassette debate a draw. Are you serious? Well, I guess that does sound like something you'd say, and at least it'll be easy to remember. Goodbye, Gregorio. Mashu. I wish I could have heard more about the future, but you gave me a good sense of it anyway. It sounds like things might be a little bleak, but at least I've learned there will be good people like you to rise to the challenge. Ah, so this is where Ex-Naya posted that scene. Okay, now I get it. At least she's not a suspect, but I'm surprised that she didn't actually leave. But I guess at the end, in the epilogue, I mean during section 8 where the case is truly closed, where she's already... Oh, perfect timing. I was hoping I might catch you before you left. I have no idea what happened or what changed after that incident. But I can tell from the looks on your faces that you accomplished something big. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you. I'm sure it must have been quite a spectacle. Someone honking in a car. Oh, it looks like our taxi is here. Hey, not that way. Oh dear. I'm sorry for leaving so suddenly, but I'm afraid we must be on our way now. Still, I do hope you'll invite me the next time something like this happens. Oh, yeah, we'll see him. Excuse me, are you the Komono Inn's detectives? That's the guy! And aw, the little girl is so cute! Wow, she does inherit her dad's eyes. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. My wife's told me all about you. It sounds like you help her out a lot. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but she's always been something of a sucker for ghost stories, so... Oh, right. I still haven't introduced myself, have I? I'm Ryogi Mikiya. Not Ryogi Shiki. Sorry, I wasn't referring to both of them have the same name, but Ryogi Mikiya. So, your family name was changed to Ryogi, huh? Fascinating. I'm quite literally wanted to try and watch the whole movie so that I can understand how on earth from this girl ended up becoming Ryogi Shiki with mystic eyes of depth perception. Alright, I'll remember you from now on, Ryogi Mikiya. Please forgive me for not paying my respects sooner. Our daughter hasn't been feeling well lately, so I've been busy taking care of her. Go on, Mana. Can you say hello to your mother's friends? Ryogi Mana, of course. I mean, it's different from, Comrade Agito's damsel in distress, Kazaya Mana. The one who always depended on Sugami Soichi, and the one who tried to find out who her father's killer really is. She's so cute! Look at her! I'm sorry. She's still dealing with a fever. Anyway, I'm sorry to chat and run, but we'd better be on our way now. Thank you again for everything. Bye-bye. Am I curious of wanting to roll for Ryugishiki? Maybe her welfare servant is better, but I can't really promise that I have a video of all of them since I didn't play the whole thing. That's the sad part. But do I want to roll for the 5-star limited Ryugishiki? Who knows? I mean, maybe I am interested after I'm watched all 8 of those Karano Kyokai movies. If I'm interested, then I'll consider. But if I already watched them and I feel like, do I really want to roll for Ryugishiki? I'll think about it. You know, it might be kind of late to be asking this, but what's Chaldea like anyway, Gregorio? Huh? I see. Sometimes busy, sometimes chaotic, sometimes relaxing, sometimes nostalgic, huh? That sounds like a great workplace. It might even be a good fit for Shizuki. You probably know this by now, but he really just moves at his own pace. That's not fair. I prefer to think of it as doing what I can, where I can. Gregorio's the same way. We might take risks, but we don't go overboard. Oh! Sorry to interrupt your admiration, Masha-san, but I hope you know you're going to need to rein him in so he doesn't get too out of hand. Anyway, since you two are so alike, I have a question for you. Why do you believe me and agree to help? Alka 1 was acting super suspicious the whole time, right? That's true. It was clear from the start that something wasn't right. But that doesn't mean I didn't trust her. Knowing you, it was pretty much a given that you were just trying to help. Gregorio said something similar. Well, maybe not his words, but with your spirit, the way you expressed yourself, right? Okay, we're here. Time to start erasing the singularity. When this is over, I'll be back where I belong, and you guys will go back to Chaldea. That includes you too, Sojiro. You're going to keep working for humanity as a servant. Great. The only berserker from Karana Kyokai, which is a welfare, that if I really want to use him, but his noble phantasm is a little more of a, like a bomb. What about you, Kuonji-san? Or Miss Kuonji? I'm originally from this time, so I'm just going to see you all off. Aoko-san might have come here from the far future, that is, your present. But from your perspective, I'm just a stranger from the distant past. Still, the bond we developed here may be enough that I ended up dropping by Chaldea myself. What? The bond we developed? It does sound like you can use all the help you can get, after all. So if that happens, I won't be too upset. Me neither. I would love to see you again if we can. That's really nice of you, Mashu. So, because you and Gregorio are so nice, and you didn't give up on me even after I'd been murdered several times, I have a present for you. But first, answer me this. Were you two looking for the left Holy Grail or the right one? Left Holy Grail or the right one? Whoa! You have two Holy Grails? Dang. I didn't notice that. What should we do, Master? I think those might be synthetic Holy Grails. That's right. These aren't your ordinary Holy Grails, but don't worry, you can still use them just like any other. I embedded the magical energy I used to send the singularity through time and hold it in place into a couple of pieces of the shiny star. Then I had Alice make them look like proper Holy Grails. You helped both a magician and a witch set things right after they messed up after all. This was the least we could do to thank you. Don't mind if we do then. Oh, looks like it's time. Goodbye, Gregorio, Masha, Alice, and Sojiro. It wasn't always easy, but I still had a blast. I can already tell this is gonna be another fond memory for me. And hey, unlike Alice, I always show up right away when I'm called on, so I'll definitely see you again if the world's ever in serious trouble. Well, she's not a servant, but she's back in her own time, I think. She just had to go out with another foreboding statement, didn't she? But that's just the way Aozaki is. Anyway, this is it for us. We're counting on you to take it from here, Alice. I'm sure my present-day self will show up soon after I'm gone. So, will you fill him in on everything that happened? Okay. It'll be a little hassle, but I'll make sure I remember. In exchange, can I touch your right hand? Sure. Here you go. I'm sorry. Alice? It's nothing. Thank you for staying well. It looks like the Singularity's time is up. These last 6 days have been a lot of fun. I guess human mages aren't all bad after all. Oh great, the Robin. But now, this miracle's about to end. May everyone get back to their proper time. Farewell, Summoner of Chaldea. I'm sure your nights won't all be peaceful, but I pray you'll be suitably rewarded when they're over. Goodbye. May we meet again beneath the stars. Goodbye. Until next time. So there are 2 parts. So there's a part 1 and there's a part 2. Or maybe it's just 1. No, I think 2. Okay, the way I just said the end, so... And that's the story of Maho Tsukai no Yoru. The end. Who did I... Really? Aozaki already there. Man, am I really have to summon Aoko Aozaki? I can't promise, but... Well, if the number of singing chords isn't much, then... I mean, she is very powerful, and I like her BGM music. Oh man, I can't believe I messed up that bad. I mean, I don't want to believe it. Well, this situation is what I find hard to believe. What are you doing at Chaldea before me? Aren't you usually supposed to let me... Aren't you supposed to let a little more time pass before you just show up? Hey, I took plenty of time to get here. You were just slow to raise shift, that's all. Although, it did help that Gregoria and Masha's signals were so easy to recognize. That helped me jump here in no time, and my head feels great too, thanks to all that information you shared. That's great to hear. Since you and Sojiro-san both just got here, would you like us to show you around? Maybe later. I'd hate to spoil the mood by admitting that I came here on my own power, so I need to leave soon. What? Oh, shit! Ahem, excuse me, Gregorio. Could you come see me right away? I have a question or 3 for you about the Holy Grails you just submitted. A question or 3 about the Holy Grails I just submitted? Dang. Senpai, I think this means the engineering team is conducting an official investigation. You should explain what happened, or you'll be stuck taking a remedial study course for a whole day. Crap, we better hurry then. See you two soon, okay? Okay, now that I got to see them doing well, I'd better be on my way. Give them my regards, okay? Don't be ridiculous. No matter how you put it, that's just leaving them high and dry. It's rude. You made it sound like I'm dining and dashing. Oh, fine. I'm really pushing my luck. But I guess I can stay a little longer. There you go. You wouldn't be you if you always took the easy way out. Our recklessness is nothing compared to yours. I don't know whether to be flattered or offended by that. Alright then, tell me this. There's still one thing about what Gregorio told me I don't get. Way back when this all started in 1999, I'd already lost. There was nothing I could do to turn things around. Apparently, I told you that I sent the singularity into the future because I couldn't win. But how could I pull off a big move like that when I didn't even have time to run away? And yet, somehow, I did. Some impossible miracle happened that gave me the chance I needed. Be honest, Sojiro. What you do? Well, I can't think of what it could be, but I probably did whatever I could. Anyone else would do the same, right? Okay. Oh no. At first, there was a tiny glimmer. A few moments later, there was an explosion. It sucked in everything nearby, then blew it all away. Trees were laid low, rivers dried up, entire buildings were wiped from the face of the planet. Wind raged on 100 meters per second. This must be what it's like on Venus, she thought. It's no use, I can't get any closer. This endless emission is just insane. This disaster was supposed to be a simple job, damn it. Not an actual apocalypse. That was when he heard a voice coming from inside the crater. The wind was blowing so strongly that a normal person would never pick up her voice, but he was sure he heard it. Shooting it doesn't work, hitting it doesn't work, kicking it doesn't work. It looks like this thing doesn't obey the laws of the universe at all. High-density magical energy invades the Earth's surface as temperatures rise with no sign of slowing. The youth wasn't at the crater's bottom. He stood on the rippling bedrock surrounding it. The ground had been flipped over and sharpened like the tip of a sword. About 40 meters below, he could see the magician facing off against what looked like a shining star. He crouched down on the rock, keeping his breath short, shallow, and sharp. The oxygen had become toxic, burning his lungs with every breath he took. Here, the mere act of breathing was suicidal. His legs still worked. By all rights, he should have run for his life. Even an ordinary human could still slide down the rock and make his way to someplace safe. But even as he continued to breathe in the toxic air, he thought back to the events from earlier that day. Before the explosion took place, the air around the Kumano Inn's old building had been contaminated and it was spreading. The inn's owner hurriedly evacuated the guests, and the incident was reported as a wildfire to the nearest town. Just when the townspeople had finished evacuating, the mountain transformed into an alternate world, a singularity. 6 hours later, the witch confessed to everything being due to her own negligence. She went back to the mountain to try and make things right, but failed. The young man, in turn, had returned to the mountain to collect the witch's body when... Yikes! That was too close. Good thing I managed to shift at the last moment. What the hell is that thing? It doesn't obey the laws of physics. You can never tell when it's about to do something. It attacks constantly, and I have no idea what it even is. At the bottom of the crater, he saw a familiar face doing her utmost to fight back. He hesitated, but only for a moment. He had second thoughts, but only for an instant. How many seconds could he last in this wind without his limbs being disintegrated? Could he run up this rocky, nearly 100-meter long slope in time? Even if he could, would he be able to jump all the way to the star floating in the air? And even if he managed that, what would happen next? Such a feat would be beyond human, but he had already accomplished the inhuman 8 years ago. Accomplished the inhuman? 8 years ago, huh? Back then, he had one of the witch's relics to help him, and his body was still in its prime. Now, that prime had, of course, long since passed. He was barely a shadow of his younger self. He was a boy no longer, but a man. He now lived a comfortable life in the city, in civilized society, moreover. Still, it's gotta run out of steam eventually, right? Are you seriously telling me it's a star from outer space here to destroy the world? All right. He began to run. His toes broke. His upper arm split open. His lungs literally burned. One of his eyes collapsed. His chin was sliced off. His heart burst. But his hearing remained intact. He could still hear the girl desperately trying to fight back. It should have been impossible. But this creature happened to be able to perfectly replicate any action he had performed in the past. Unknown coordinates. He leaps into the air. One of his legs is gone. He acknowledges the loss and raises his remaining hand. The wraith falls to the evil spirit slayer. His body is obliterated without a trace, but his will remains as strong as it was 8 years ago. Okay, that was weird. Now, tour plan, Horizon! I am forfeiting this game and putting this whole singularity on timeout. Those few seconds he bought her changed the very world. When they had passed, all traces of the disaster had vanished. Nobody would ever know what had taken place. The tale of his exploits would never be passed on. On a planet about to end, a miracle saved a magician. Eh? Really? That's it? Okay. I didn't think that was either how Sojiro would have died, or that's how the Mahotsuka no Yoro collab event ended like that. How odd. go for the hunting quest. If I log in straight for 7 days, they'll give me golden apples. Yeah, it seems that every cutscene I've seen in YouTube, that's the end of it. Who would have thought that's how Shojiro died? Alright, so I guess that's the Mahotsuka no Yoru, Witch of the Holy Night's event.
Yep.
Thank goodness, unlike other events, this one was quite simple, but a little hard to read. Ugh, well, I reached level 5. Yeah, I need to reach bond 5 before I can actually do that.
So
Well, that's one of the past events that I've already read, even though I should have just played it on day 1 or day 15 or day 10 so that it would end with the battle, but oh well, I won't try and do that again. Thank you guys for watching, hope you guys like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next FGO video. See you!